As I close, let me tell you the story of how this culture of helping started at PacMoore. In 2008, I was studying the Bible, and I ran across an obscure passage that said, "Do not harvest your fields to the edges, but leave the excess for the poor and the aliens that pass through your lands." And I got to say, I didn't know what to do with that passage. I spent probably an hour sitting there staring at it and thinking, this is kind of weird. I don't know why I'm reading this. It's in Leviticus, one of the hardest books to read and make any sense out of. But I prayed, and I just felt God pressing on me, and I prayed, and I stayed with it. And before long, I felt something in my soul, and it was the weight of God's hand on me, pressing on me. I couldn't hear a voice. I don't hear God in my head, but I can hear him speaking in my soul. And I could feel that pressure in my chest, and I got this sense of, Bill, you've been harvesting your fields to the edges. You know all that profit you make? You spend a lot on yourself. And there's a lot of people that work for you that need more. And I'll tell you, the weight of that conviction was heavy. It hurt. I felt it. And so what I did is I went out and I hired chaplains. And I hired chaplains to get into the persona of PacMoore and to come back and tell me, look me in the eye and say, here's who your people are, here's who their hearts are, and this is what they need from you. And that was incredibly convicting. And so since then, we've got 7 what we call life coaches working among our people in all our different locations. And we work hard to create a culture where we can understand the needs of those people. And we don't have set programs to handle needs. What we do is we hear about them, and then we go deal with them one at a time, because every need is unique. Every need is unique. And so we've created a culture where when you hear a need, fix the need, solve the need, attack the problem wherever you can, whatever way you can. You know, and the coolest thing about that is when you start working and helping people, and they start helping each other, something magical happens, because then they don't look at the company and say, PacMoore needs to do something. They look at each other and say, I'll do something. I can help you. When I was down, they helped me, and now I'm up and I'll help you. And that culture is very transformative. It's very transformative. And it's really fun to be in a place where people start to help each other, and you see people change. You watch them change. It's exciting to be a part of that. But let me not miss this point. Please hear this. If you don't hear anything tonight, hear this. Change doesn't happen because of a program or a company. It doesn't happen because of money. It doesn't happen because of the government. Change happens because the man called Jesus Christ gets into the heart of a man like me, and he gets into the depths of your soul, and he tells you what he wants you to do, and he draws you to him, and he fixes you 1 minute at a time, one broken wound at a time. He solves the problems of your soul, and he transforms your heart. And then he fills you with his spirit, and he puts you back into the community and says, now you go help, because I've empowered you. I've given you all you need. Go help. Go be my ambassador. And that's the power of the change. That's the change you see at PacMoore as well. The Holy Spirit runs free. He's welcome there at all our plants. And that's who changes things. We just help facilitate. We're just his ambassadors.